family. My grandmother, she passed away in India, and then we brought my grandfather to Birmingham, to UK, and unfortunately, within 3 weeks of being here, he passed away as well. So the only consolation we had that he died here and he was cremated here, and we have all his memories close to us, in this area of the world. Then, then as Pankaj says, the Mirchi arrives. The Mirchi is Shravan, my middle son. Shravan, please stand up. Mirchi means the Tita one. And then again we had my grandfather, my mom's father, Nanaji. He passed away in 1999. And then Shrem was born. So Shrem, please stand up. Just for a little bit longer. Okay, so Shrem, I remember. I forgot. Yashoda. Yashoda was born in 1994, right? 95. Yashoda, please stand up. And then later on in the year, Ved was born. Ved. Okay, now we took another chapter in their family. So now we, what he did in the mid 70s by coming here, then his children did. But with his encouragement, with our parents' encouragement, my sister and my Pankaji, they moved to US in '99. So now the next chapter begins, and then, as most of you may have been here celebrating this, my dad was given the MBE award from the Queen in the New Year's honor list of 2002. So this was the culmination of all the. Officially, he was given this for services to palliative care, which is care of the terminally ill patients. But this was really an award for both my parents for everything they have done and have been doing for everyone who comes into their sphere of influence. So I think this was a recognition in some form or the other, but again, a very proud moment for the family, and not just for the family, but for the whole community. And then I moved to the US in 2003. So we did not want to go because parents were getting old, and we didn't want to leave them. But I remember parents saying that, you have to look for yourself and your children, like what I did in the mid 70s. So with heavy heart, we moved to US, and that's where we have been since then. And then the Patna house that you saw earlier, that we moved in 1970. Again, this was my dad's next project to rebuild that house, and in 2005, this house was rebuilt to a very good standard, and it was Manoranjan uncle, who has come specially from India. Manoranjan uncle and auntie, please stand up. He was the main he's the architect who worked with my dad to plan this house, and it is a beautiful house that hopefully one day we will go and live there. And then again, a major illness hit the family, so it hit my dad. We don't have a picture of that occasion because it was a sad occasion, but my dad has the rupture of esophagus, which if it's not operated upon immediately, then there is very little chance of survival, or that's what me and my sister were told, and we found out from the web. So we we had it was a very bad time for us, but we did all we could, and unfortunately, this happened in Patna, in India, in 2006. So my dad, he was in such a state. He was in the bed. He could not move, and yet he was directing us that call this doctor in UK and show him this X-ray and get this thing done. So by following all that, and we flew him out from air ambulance from Patna to Delhi, and then Delhi 1 week he was taken care of. Then we flew him on a special charter flight to UK. And but I would say that mainly because of all the good deeds they have done, that all the best wishes, because medically there was no escape for him. But I think this is the time, and we are people of science, but this was not science. This was something else that saved him, and he came out fit. And by middle of the year 2006, he was back on his feet and back to his usual form. So, so that was an amazing recovery by him. So before that, my dad used to, he mellowed a bit. After that illness, he mellowed a little bit. But still, he has always some project going on or the other. So now the pleasure starts again, and Shikhar graduates and gets into his PhD program, and we are really glad that he's following chemical engineering. So he's following myself and Pankaj on chemical engineering. And then we have Saurabh with his dad, Dr. Sinha, Ashok Sinha. So Saurabh is now in med school. So Saurabh, stand up again. No, okay. Okay, next. Then we have Shivan's graduation. That again was attended by Dadi, and then he went to Purdue University. So like my Dadi, my grandmother came to see me off at UMIST. Then Shivam's grandmother, Shivam's Dadi came to see him off at Purdue. And now Pankuri graduates. The Pankuri graduates and then gets into NYU. So well done, Pankuri. So that's up to date. We have brought you up to date in 2013. You can see how many things have changed, and hopefully you've seen all the main events in their lives. And I just want to say that 50 years has been a lot of changes in technology, in the way we live and the way we work. But the one thing has never changed is the uh, the amount of love that my parents have offered to us as children, grandchildren, but also to everyone who comes in there, has come into their contact with them. So that has been a constant throughout the 50 years. Now here is a tribute that Pankuri has prepared with her Khalbali group from New York University. So big hand for Pankuri.
This is a 2013 bound train. This is 1967. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. फोटो में ऐसी बात है दबा के चली आई खुल जाए वही बात जो तुम्हारी है दुहाई फोटो में ऐसी बात में दबा के चली आई खुल जाए वही बात जो तुम्हारी है दुहाई अरे हाँ बात जिसमें प्यार तो है जहर भी है हाय फोटो में ऐसी बात में दबा के चली आई खुल जाए वही बात जो तुम्हारी है तुम्हारी
The next stop is 1971. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
वो आ गया, देखो देखो वो आ गया। पिया तू अब तो आजा, शोला सावन बहकी आंखें बुझा, तन की ज्वाला ठंडी हो जा, ऐसे गले लगा।
The next stop is 1975. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
गुलशन में फूल खिलते हैं जब सहरा में मिलते हैं, गुलशन में फूल खिलते हैं जब सहरा में मिलते हैं, मैं और
The next stop is 1988. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
तेरा करो दिन दिन के इंतजार आजा पिया आए बाहर, तेरा करो दिन दिन के इंतजार आजा पिया आए बाहर।
The next stop is 1995. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. The next stop is 1997.
किसी रोज तुमसे मुलाकात होगी, मेरी जान उस दिन मेरे साथ होगी, मगर कब न जाने ये बरसात होगी। मेरा दिल है प्यासा, मेरा दिल अकेला, जरा तस्वीर से तू निकल के सामने आ, मेरी महबूबा, मेरी तकदीर है तू, मचल के सामने आ, मेरी महबूबा, मेरी महबूबा, मेरी महबूबा, मेरी महबूबा, मेरी महबूबा, मेरी महबूबा।
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. The next stop is 2003. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
तेरे माथे झूमर दमके तेरे कानों वाली चमके है रे तेरे हाथों कंगना खनके तेरे पैरों पायल छनके है रे नैनों से बोले रब्बा रब्बा मन में डोले रब्बा रब्बा अमृत घोले रब्बा रब्बा तू सोनिए
The next stop is 2008. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
झुमका गिरा दे जो मिला ले अगर वो नजर से नजर मिटा दे सबकी धड़कन की कदम से कदम मिला दे चाल के चाल बिछा के दिल को यूं बेहाल बना दे सारे दीवाने माने कभी की कोई ऐसी बात देख लख लख पर के सीधा ain't nobody like my सीधा देख लख लख पर के सीधा सब तो सोनी नाची के सीधा Who's the hottest girl in the world? You got me like yes, you rock the world.
2013. This is the last stop on this train. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you, Pankari and her Kalbali group from New York University. And as you saw, this was filmed all over locations in New York, Manhattan, downtown Manhattan. And as I said to you, you'll see more of her. So we will continue the program, just a couple of minutes break to set the next thing up.
बोल चूड़िया बोल कंगना हाँ मैं हो गया तेरा साजना तेरे बिन जियो नहीं यूं लगता है कि मर जाना ले चले जा सोनिए ले चले जा दिल ले चले जा